it's not true. Just tell me that I didn't just get an exclusive to a dirty brokerage with a dirty agent dealing with, I don't even know what kind of garbage carrier. Please tell me that Axel did not just get this info, and I'm going to share it with everybody because they need to know what's going on. And what's going on in this industry, it comes by me, it gets put out there. Enough is enough. You guys can hide, but you can't hide for long. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching. Welcome to the show once again. If you're new and you're wondering why you got this email link or why you're looking at this, it's probably because in some way or another, you were probably involved. Because see, every time I do a show, I add in the emails to an emailer. So it's not going to come to a surprise to you of what you done or what maybe your agent done or your driver, your carrier, your broker, or whoever. I make sure that you see what you've done or what crimes you may have committed. Okay, so if you're new to the show, I actually have some new subscribers that aren't even in trucking. They like the show. So might be a little boring at times because we show a lot of docs. You pay attention, you're going to learn something. And you're going to learn what people do not want to show you, or maybe they don't want to put out. But there's a lot of people, that want to truly know what's going on. Well, I'm that guy. I'm Axel. So let's get started. Let's get the show rolling. Pay attention, because what I'm going to show you here, this is an exclusive that was given to me. So not going to be a shock, but I'm telling you, this right here is a prime example of bad players in the industry. So the other day, a lot of you that are on Selectus may have gotten this email. Now there's a problem with Selectus, besides many. And unless you're the admin or your admin allows you to see the emails, you may have not gotten this. You may have not seen it. There's a lot of these emails that agents or maybe carriers or dispatchers that are good dispatchers that work for their carriers or brokers, they might not see this. So here it is. Here's the screenshot. We would like our alliance partners to know that we now offer the following services. That's a generic line that's usually in there. Do not work with SDDS 873380. They got a load from Fastmore, then gave the load to my driver in our vehicle and insurance without our knowledge. They only require a driver's license and no insurance. This is double brokering and illegal. Well. I'm glad this came to me so I could put the show together. Let's start with this guy, Knucklehead number one. We're not going to put the donkey award. We're just going to call him Knucklehead, okay? Gedrius Medelis, Vice President Sales at Fastmore. If you're looking for a trustworthy partner to manage your LTL needs, your search ends here. Fastmore provides a comprehensive and reliable LTL service. Email us today to get a quote and book your next LTL shipment at sales@fastmore.com. Well, Mr. Vice President of Sales, you better rethink what you guys are selling and who you're dealing with, because the way your operation is running, I'm telling you now, everybody's going to know what you guys are truly doing, okay? He also has those other companies underneath there. I didn't fully search them. Regalis LLC out of Florida. Guess as good as mine, but I know some people that do watch my show, they're going to do their own research, okay? Next guy, Ray Skiukis, transportation executive, entrepreneur. Well, Mr. Ray S. We're just going to call you Mr. Ray. Searched all your stuff too. I want to start from the beginning, when you had lifestyle painting. Okay, lifestyle painting, 20 years ago. It's been dissolved. So what we're going to do here in this episode is we're going to paint the picture of what happened from beginning to end. So I hope you pay attention. But I doubt you pay attention to anything that goes on at your company, okay? Because I can tell from what I'm going to present here, what happened, you're definitely clueless. So, this is the first company, Fastmore Logistics. For more than 15 years, Fastmore's mission has been to revolutionize the freight forwarding industry. We simplify logistics through collaboration, transparency. I like that word transparency. A lot of guys like that word transparency. That's why we're bringing the real transparency and cutting edge technology while delivering what matters most for freight forwarders. In 2022, Fastmore was acquired by Echo Global Logistics. I'm going to be searching on this Echo Global Logistics too now. There is another Echo I have on my list. I don't know if they're associated with this Echo, but I'm telling you, when I start with one brokerage or carrier or driver, it's a deep rabbit hole I go down. I'm more than willing to go all the way down that rabbit hole. Okay, our mission, we made our mission connecting shippers with carriers while improving the customer and carrier experience. This is where I like to inject my number one word, bullshit. Bullshit. We do this through collaboration, transparency, and technology. Our culture. Yeah, I know all about your culture. We're going to show your culture too. The essence of our company and our success is a direct result of our people. That's so true. But I don't count it as success. I count it as fraud. Our team is a supportive family unit that has each other's back, so I bet you do. We are energetic and results-driven with a true passion for our work. We enthusiastically tackle challenges and depend on one another to get the job done. We believe in 100%. We believe in 100% accountability. 100% of the time. No excuses. Everybody remember that, because I want to see if they hold themselves accountable. They were founded in 2005 with the goal of providing comprehensive multimodal transportation services ranging from expedited shipments to less than truckload moves. The next line was kind of repeated before. Now, we're going to start getting into the docs. Fastmore Logistics. Date of organization, 12/12/2005. You heard that, everyone? Here it shows 12/12/2005. Fastmore Logistics. Well, it's not 100% true. You see, we got two file numbers, okay? Two registered agents. Well, actually, it's the same registered agent. So in 12/12/2005, it shows Fastmore Logistics. But did you all know that Fastmore Logistics used to be Slingshot Logistics, LLC? Yes, Slingshot Logistics, LLC, morphed to Fastmore Logistics, LLC. Same agent, Susan L. Dawson, which I believe is a lawyer agent on their corporation. Next slide. So you'll see there on the left, MC 544227B, Slingshot Logistics, LLC. Okay? On the right, MC 544227, Slingshot Logistics, LLC, Elk Grove Village, Illinois, re-entitled to Fastmore Logistics, LLC. The date on the left one was 2006. So then it looks like almost 3 years later on that document, January 7, 2009 was when it was re-entitled from Slingshot to Fastmore. So we got Fastmore Logistics, LLC, status corporation, good standing. They're out of Schaumburg, Illinois. You see, even on there, it says previous names, Slingshot Logistics, LLC. The director, officer is Ray Skewkis and the Susan L. Dawson. So here's a screenshot from the FMCSA, same MC, 544227, carrier/broker, one power unit, two drivers. So you got one unit, and it looks like the MCS 150 for 2018 was 38,000 miles. So first question I have is, why do you even have this? Why do you even have carrier authority? Why? Why? Let's move on. So Fastmore Logistics, look at their history. Granted, out of service. Granted, reinstated, out of service, reinstated, revoked, reinstated from 2005 to 2012. That's all the history it's showing right there, okay? But we know what company it was before. It was not Fastmore back in 2005, even though this says Fastmore. It was Slingshot. Now, here's where it gets interesting because, see, I couldn't even fit their insurance history all the way on the screen. If I did, it would have been huge. So let me fix this here. Hold on one second. I got to unlock it. Go over here, unlock this. So as always, we usually start from the bottom. I'm going to stretch this out a little bit past my noggin. So we start on the bottom here, 2008, I believe it is, or 2009. Replaced, name changed. Now you see that February 9, 2009? That's because that's when it switched from Slingshot to Fastmore. I'm going to continue up the line. Replaced, 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 canceled, replaced, canceled, replaced, replaced, replaced. Name change again. Well, actually, it's the same date. I don't know why they show it 2 times. February 9, 2009. Replaced, replaced, canceled, canceled, replaced, replaced, replaced. Name change, same date again. Looks like it's repeating for some reason. Canceled, replaced, canceled, replaced, replaced, canceled, canceled, replaced, canceled. Replaced, replaced, canceled, replaced, replaced, canceled. This right here to me, well, we just clicked it off. Let's bring it back. This right here to me, when I see this amount of crazy history, you know what it is to me? It's years and years of nonsense. That's what I see. Years and years of nonsense. Let's move on. Now, we got Fastmore here on Selectus, 8862. You see Suite 450, Elk Grove Village. They joined Selectus February 14th, 2014. Okay? Before my time. But either way, just pointing it out. Now, this is an interesting part to me, okay? Because they're on Selectus, which is a TMS system, okay? Someone explained to me why Raymond Skiukis and Susan L. Dawson also have a TMS, which has been around for about 5 years. Is it me, or is it strange that a company that has carrier and broker authority also has a corporation for a TMS, and they're on another TMS system? You can put a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts into play of what could be going on here. But I just wanted to put this up there so everybody could see it, because they have another corporation called Agile TMS LLC. Let's move on. Now, of course, we have Echo here. We are pleased to announce, and this was in 2022, that Chicago-based Echo Global Logistics has acquired Fastmore. The deal brings Fastmore extensive knowledge and core competency in selling domestic, non-asset-based transportation services to international freight forwarders to Echo's portfolio of business. I don't know, it says non-asset-based transportation, but yet they have carrier and broker authority. Echo's knowledge and passion for the digital transformation of the supply chain industry itself are great to align with, said Ray Skiukis, founder and CEO of Fastmore Logistics. We're excited to join the Echo family, who will continue to invest in our core business while expanding our capabilities and service offerings to freight forwarding clients. Read more about this in Echo's most recent press release. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a little research on Echo also. I don't know if it's the same Echo as the other one I have on my list, or if that other Echo is maybe a branch off of this, but I'm telling you, I check everything. Maybe you'll see an episode on them, maybe you won't. So, they like to put little things, little stuff on their Facebook. The company's success lies in the people. Ray put this, founder of Fastmore. Does it really, Ray? I'm good that you're pointing this out. So, here's an older picture. This is the crew. I like to call them the young knuckleheads of Fastmore, because they're all young. They all look like they all just got out of high school. Remember the far guy on the right, the chubby guy with the glasses. Remember him, okay? So they like to post this kind of junk on their Facebook. This is who the shippers, receivers, or the customers are dealing with. These are a bunch of kids. They want to put pictures Fastmore with donuts stacked, holding 2 beers, Modelo, and whatever, Miller Lite. Okay? That was in 2019. Fastmore, the meaning of more: teamwork, passion, agility, transparency. I like transparency. Innovation, loyalty, really. Without passion, it is over before it started, so bring some. So now we're going to bring it. We're going to bring it, Fastmore, and the dirty carrier that you dealt with, and then what you did to a good carrier, okay? So this past Halloween, make freight forwarding less scary with Fastmore Solutions. We provide live shipment tracking, status alerts, and automated checkpoints, giving you complete visibility and control to make informed decisions and mitigate scary risks. Well, you created one of the biggest risks in all of the freight industry. And we're going to get to it. Say goodbye to freight forwarding scares with Fastmore. Really. I call that false bullshit. So now let's get to the culprit of the beginning here. I got this agent, Matt Reynolds, works at Fastmore Logistics, lives in Chicago, Illinois, married to Jessica Reynolds, okay? Ah, look at this guy. Look at him. He's on the boat. He's got his wife with him. Life is beautiful. I don't know what's wrong with his toes because they're darker than the rest of his body. There he is, Mr. Matt. Well, you see, this is Matt back in 2019. It's amazing how he's morphed. Looks like he just got out of grade school right here. But when you go back, look, life is beautiful. Sucking the money from drivers and the dumb carriers, and look how he's morphed. Look how he's fattened up his wife with what he's stolen, what he cheats people out of. Look, look. Here he is. Amazing, amazing. Let's move on. So there was this load posted. Cargo van, Los Angeles, California to San Francisco, California. Expedited load, typical premium freight, hotshot load, 385 miles, 1,400 pounds. Posted by Fastmore Logistics. Matthew.Reynolds at fastmore.com. So this was his load that he posted. Here's the screenshot of what comes in the email when you have the Selectus. You'll see the load there. Los Angeles, San Francisco, 385 miles, 15 pieces, 1,400 pounds. Pick ASAP by 3 p.m. Delivered tomorrow, 8 a.m. Airport pick. Print paperwork. Macro point. Interesting. Interesting. Was there anything else in this? Blah, blah, blah. Not in this one. All right, let me move on. Now we have the emails. Yeah, yes, Axel has emails. So the truck would have to have the company logo on it. It will not be unloaded. This is from their agent at Fastmore stating in the email the truck would have to have the company logo on it or it will not be unloaded. Matt Reynolds, carrier sales. Let's move on. It's all documented. So this person bids on the load, and I'm going to refer to this person right now. Some of you will be able to figure out who it is anyways, but we're going to refer to this person as the good carrier with a clean record, spotless, great credentials. We have logo on the vehicle. Matthew responds, you do or do not? Like it says right there, buddy, we have logo on the vehicle. And you respond, you do or do not. I don't know if you have trouble with English language. It's literally 6 words there, okay? Next. I'm going a little fast. I'm trying to piece together. We got some goodies coming up. Now we have this Delisha N. Smith company, SDDS Business Solutions LLC, out of Houston, Texas, okay? That's the corporation for the bad carrier, okay? This is where the address goes to, okay? This brick shack in Houston, okay? This is where this carrier authority, which we will call the dirty carrier, is operating out of. 8226 Antoine Drive, Houston, Texas. Pay attention, Matthew, because unlike you, I do my research, okay? So here's the carrier authority. SDDS Business Solutions LLC, Antoine Drive, Houston, Texas. You see 1 power unit, 3 drivers. I'm going to repeat myself. 1 power unit, 3 drivers. Here is their history. Did you see this, Mr. Matthew? Did you see this? No, because you want to know why? This carrier authority looks a lot like Fastmore Logistics Authority. It looks like to me like bums like to deal with bums, okay? So, granted, revoked, reinstated, revoked, reinstated. Is this seriously who you give loads to? You didn't give the load to a good carrier with great credentials, but you did. I'm going to say you did give it to them, but you gave it to the bad carrier. Let's just say that right now, but we're going to get to it. So, granted, revoked, reinstated, revoked, reinstated. This is sick. Oh, look here again. Let me unlock this screen. Unlock this here. So, just like Fastmore's history, look at this carrier's history. Let me slide it over here. Canceled, canceled, replaced, 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 canceled, replaced, canceled, 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 replaced, name changed, May 8th, 2023. Interesting. Replaced, canceled, replaced, canceled, replaced, 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 canceled, canceled. Just this past October 25th, it was even canceled in 2023. Just a couple weeks ago. Let's move on. So, this is SDDS Business Solutions LLC, MC 873380, shows one truck. We got this email, so pay attention, brokers and agents, LMRDSMTH72@gmail.com, Lamar Smith. Mr. Lamar, you should be receiving this video also in your cold busted, buddy. Cold busted, okay? Now, on the right, if you look, number 1 over there, might be a little hard for you guys to see. It says business address, same day, I guess that's what the SDDS stands for, same day delivery solutions, Lithonia, Georgia. Okay. Then June 2016, Houston, Texas. It had 801 Country Place Drive. October 2017, Country Place Drive again. 221, they move again to Rosenberg, Texas. Then in 2021, they move to Humble, Texas. You got time. I'm not going to sit here and blow this up. But this, no matter what, from back in 2014 up till now, the numbers, when you match the phone numbers, they have different phone numbers, whether it's the wife or girlfriend, and then him, either he's the husband or boyfriend. It's the same people from all the way from Georgia, okay? It's the same people. Now, DOT, census, I had a broker send this to me. And you'll see there again, and that's where I said match phone numbers and stuff. 8226 Antoine Drive. You got this Smith guy, 72@gmail.com. And on the right over there, you see in the top one, it has the 832-277 number. Then on the right, you have the 678-698 number. So there's 2 numbers that they use back and forth. Editorial Miles 2014. Let's move on. We want to get you guys the good stuff. Well, look, we put this same building in again. We don't need that. Okay, now we got more emails. Now, this is the good carrier emailing them. Not only did he let this broker know, he also let the customer know. And we're going to get to that. I'm emailing you to let you know about a load that was double brokered. I have attached the paperwork for this load. The broker Fastmore brokered this load to SDDS Business Solutions. SDDS then gave the load to our driver. The driver completed the load in our vehicle under our insurance without our knowledge. We notified, I think we were notified on GPS that he picked the load up from United Air Cargo in LA about 15:45 on October 30th. At 07:20 on 10/31, he delivered it to United Tech Ops. I was able to get a copy of the paperwork from the driver. Oh, yes, we have the paperwork. I notified the broker, Matthew, And he said, it is your problem. Oh, really, Matthew? So you're going to sit there and you're going to tell us in this logistics industry that because you gave this load to a dirty carrier doing dirty stuff, that it's the good carrier's problem. Really, it's their problem. Interesting. We have reported this double brokering to the FMCSA. We are also in contact with United Airlines about this double brokering and insurance fraud. We are contacting our insurance company and proceed with legal action since there is no attempt to resolve the issues. Interesting. Then you got this guy. This is another very interesting thing here. He gets a hold of the carrier's insurance company. November 1st, 2:53 p.m. Ryan, I have been trying cover whale, but I get stuck on hold. I would like this matter taken care of. A carrier, SSDS, with the policy number, blah, 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 has committed insurance fraud and double brokering. We are working with our lawyers to get this taken care of. I have attached the complaint we sent to the FMCSA. The concern is the carrier got a load from a broker and sold the load to my driver. The driver did the load in our company vehicle that is insured by, owned, and insured by our company. We were unaware of this. The carrier SDDS only asked the driver for a copy of his driver's license. I have also attached you the conversation I've had with the broker and shipper. Yeah, the ones that say it's not their problem. Well, listen, Fastmore and Matthew, I'm telling you now, this video is not only going to everybody, it's also going to your customer because they need to know what kind of crumball brokerage they are dealing with. You gave this load to a carrier you did not properly vet, okay? You can't even tell by looking at basic stuff that's public knowledge, okay? What I'm curious here is I'm being told, and I checked, that this carrier, SDDS, isn't even on Selectus. So very interestingly, you didn't check that. Next part is, how did they see the load? And how did you give them the load? How many loads have you given them to commit this criminal acts as far as I'm concerned? Now, this is the insurance company, and I find very strange, okay? It's called Cover Whale. This is who the dirty carrier is using. I dug all the way back, okay? All the way back. And they have those three main companies there. Cover Whale Insurance Managers, Inc., Cover Whale Insurance Solutions, Inc., and Cover Whale Risk Management, Inc. Pay close attention, people. These are all the branches they have all over the United States, okay? They're all listed right there. You want to look? You can look. I already went through them. On the bottom there, the main mailing address goes to a Suite 802 in Maiden Lane, New York, New York. That's number one. Here's the three screenshots of the corporations. And I just don't know what to say anymore. I'm gonna put it to you like this. I believe there's some big insurance fraud here as well. So we have Cover Whale, I'm starting with the top left square. Cover Whale Insurance Managers, Inc. You see there, it says state, Delaware. Caught my attention. The registered agent is Harvard Business Services, Inc., which I'm assuming, I'm a pretty smart guy, that's a virtual agent. Second square to the right, we have Cover Whale Insurance Solutions, Inc., also Delaware. That registered agent is Gus Delaware, Inc., okay? The bottom one on the right, Cover Whale Insurance or Cover Whale Risk Management, Inc., State, Delaware. Again, registered agent, Harvard Business Services, Inc. They all have the same address, 16192 Coastal Highway, okay, in Delaware. All three of them, okay, even though the main address we found is New York, okay? If you've been watching my show long enough, this picture, it looks familiar because, see, they use this virtual address, okay? This DelawareInc.com in Delaware, like a couple trucking companies we found. I find it very strange, okay, that an insurance company is using virtual address with virtual agent. And to top it off, you want to go pause the screenshot where I show where all the agent or whatever offices are out of? There isn't one for Texas. But yet this dirty carrier is out of Texas. So I find it very strange that this virtual insurance company, okay, is insuring a carrier in a state that they don't even have connection to. Is that strange, or am I just losing my mind? Am I losing my mind? Let me ask you, brokers and you carriers, would you even consider using this insurance company when they have virtual office and virtual agents? I don't know. You tell me, okay, what kind of madness is going on. So this here is the customer. Yes, Fastmore, we have your customer. And you know what's sad? You know what's really sad? This company was around about a year before I was born, okay? 52 years ago. 52 years ago. They're out of Illinois. There's all their branch offices. They got Washington, Georgia, Tennessee, Florida, New Mexico, Oregon, Kansas, Indiana, Missouri, Arizona, North Carolina, Minnesota, Texas, Massachusetts, Ohio, Georgia, New York, California. I hope they take this video very seriously. I pray that they kick you to the curb and either on their own, or maybe they'll even reach out to me. Maybe they'll come to me and say, Axel, we appreciate your video, and we would like to know if you have any reputable, high-quality brokers that you could refer to us. Because as a company being 52 years old, dealing with air cargo, we do not need this. We do not need to deal with companies that can't even vet properly who they're using. And with their history of insurance and corporations and all this other nonsense, a 52-year-old company, I wouldn't want to make no mistakes. I wouldn't want to be dealing with these schmucks. Here's the POD, folks. Here is the POD. Yes, we have it. We have it. So the consignee, NNR Global Logistics Chicago. Okay. Now pay attention, folks. Basically, what happened here is this dummy agent, okay, gave this load to this carrier authority, who I believe 100%, kind of obvious, he's playing dispatch with his MC. Because how are you going to only ask a driver for his driver's license and his dimensions? You don't know if the vehicle is his. You didn't ask for the insurance. You didn't put him on your insurance. You didn't even have him fill out a lease agreement or nothing. But yet what you did is you got a load from Fastmore and you gave it to this driver. And in Fastmore, when it's brought to their attention by the carrier whose driver and insurance it is, brings it to your attention, you say it's not your problem. Well, you got a problem now. You got a problem because Madman Big Mouth Axel has got it on his show, and he's sending it to everybody. It's going to everybody on Selectus, okay? It's going to everybody on Selectus. I'm going to say another thing. This cargo was air cargo, okay? Air cargo. So that means this air cargo was transported with no insurance. No insurance. Because trust me, Progressive finds out that there was an accident, and that wasn't even, that van shouldn't even been on that load. You think they're going to want to pay? No. What makes it even worse is the good carrier, let's just say he has a very high position at United Airlines. So you really screwed up, Fastmore. And then SDDS, you dirty carrier, welcome to the jungle. I hope they block you like crazy because you deserve it. You're the type of people out here just handing off these loads like we're going to the store to get a Tootsie Pop. And it doesn't work that way. Not on Axel's watch. So, anyways, folks, I hope you like the show. You know, we've got like 1% clowns that like to leave me comments. You know, oh, this is not criminal. This is not this. This is 100% criminal. This is 100% criminal. This load was double brokered. Double brokered. The best part was the good carrier wasn't directly involved as far as his knowledge. That's the crazy part. You got a dirty carrier just giving somebody a load. I could only imagine if I did something like that. I could only imagine if you brokers started putting out these loads and I just maybe jumped on Facebook and say, hey, who needs a load? And start handing out the loads and don't check nothing. You don't know who the driver is. You don't even know if you got the right license, okay? That's how these guys operate, brokers. So this is what you do. You good brokers? I was flood Fastmore with emails. Tell them they're idiots. If I was Fastmore, I would tell this agent, go get on your little boat over there and start sailing, buddy, because you just caused a high risk to this company, okay? SDDS, if I were you, I'd close up shop because you're on permanent radar, baby. You're on permanent radar. We are not going to allow this to happen. There's some other dirty carriers out there, like ones I've heard that have 10 units with no commercial insurance. There's guys sending drivers, don't even have a U.S. citizenship or a driver's license to SpaceX, okay? This is crazy. This is bullshit, as I like to say. But Fastmore, you are garbage. You are garbage to allow this to happen. But I can see why. Because you guys like to post pictures of donuts and beverages. That's what you're interested in. You brokerages need to take these young agents, you need to sit them down, and you need to tell them, we are not operating like this. Do not do any bullshit like this. Because these young people, they think it's a game. They think this freight is a game. You can see with the vans and the box truck guys, even these guys get in the industry talking about the box truck game or the van game. It's not a game. I don't consider it a game, okay? So, Fastmore, you got the video? Tons of brokers, agents, carriers, and drivers are getting the video. NNR there, I believe that's their name. They're getting the video because, see, on my emailer, we added everybody's email. And I hope they take this very seriously because I don't think United Airlines is going to want their plane parts flying around in vans or box trucks. And it's not even the right carrier. It's being double brokered. There's not even any insurance on the part. You guys are sick and demented. Seriously, sick and demented. To allow this to happen. Not your problem, huh? Not your problem. That's how you answer the good carrier. Try to let you know what happened. Not your problem. It's your problem now. It's your problem. Don't be surprised if I do another episode on this bullshit. I'm Axel. I'll catch you guys later. Let me know how you like the show. Hit the thumbs up. Make sure you share this, okay? And Fastmore, I would think maybe you might be going to court. I would think so, along with this carrier. Everybody, check everything. Stop letting stuff slide through. SDDS, you're exposed to dispatching clowns. I'm Axel, and I'm out. Working on the next show.